Ahoy there, pirates! Amir, One Falcon, here from Rare Thief. You may want to turn around the next time you sail the sea and spot a glowing fire on the waves. Swimming just below the flames could be the ferocious Ancient Feared Redmaw. The Ancient Feared Redmaw is a roaming world event available to all pirates sailing the high and safer seas. During the world event, you'll take on the Ancient Feared Redmaw, an ashen Megalodon that can ignite ships with a fiery bite and unleash a devastating explosion. Each time the Feared Redmaw targets your ship, it will charge your vessel and attempt to bite it. When it chomps down, it will light your boat on fire and create several holes in the hull. To stop the giant shark from charging, you must damage it enough during its charge to cancel the attack. The Feared Redmaw also builds up heat over time. If left alone, the Feared Redmaw will eventually overheat and unleash an incendiary blast that will light you on fire, rock your ship, and leave it with several holes. You must continually damage the Feared Redmaw to release its heat gradually and prevent the giant explosion. The Feared Redmaw is bigger, faster, and more aggressive than regular Megalodons. It also is an expert tracker, so you can expect it to follow you much further across the Sea of Thieves than other Megalodons once you engage with it. Unlike other world events, you won't be able to locate the Feared Redmaw by scanning the horizon for a specific cloud or beacon. Instead, you'll want to work toward reaching Hunter's Call Emissary Grade 5 to find it. Similar to how reaching Reaper's Bones Emissary Grade 5 will reveal all other emissaries on your map table, achieving Hunter's Call Emissary Grade 5 will reveal Ancient Megalodons on your map table. So, once you reach Grade 5, if the Feared Redmaw is active, it will appear on your map table as a red shark fin with flames below it. While you should always be able to find an Ancient Megalodon, only one can be active at a time. So, if you see a shark fin with a different color, the Feared Redmaw isn't currently roaming the sea. However, if the Feared Redmaw is active, you can find it anywhere across the Sea of Thieves except the Shores of Gold and the Red Sea. While randomly running into the Feared Redmaw is possible, finding it through achieving Hunter's Call Emissary Grade 5 is much more efficient. If you don't see an icon for an Ancient Megalodon on your map table, it could be because of the cooldown between Ancient Megalodons. After defeating one, you must wait around 12 minutes for another to appear. Otherwise, you should always see one, as Ancient Megalodons can be active, while other world events such as the Skeleton Fort, Skeleton Fleet, and Burning Blade are active. As we mentioned, when a crew first attacks the Feared Redmaw, it will begin heating up, building intense pressure inside until eventually overheating and unleashing a fiery blast. The Feared Redmaw will continually build up and release pressure with an explosion until it's defeated. As the Feared Redmaw builds pressure, the flames from its embers will grow larger and larger until it explodes. Preventing it from exploding will require your constant attention. To cool the Feared Redmaw down, you must continually damage it to release the pressure and keep it from exploding. You can use cannonballs, firearms, and any other tools that you acquire that inflict damage. However, some methods of damage can accelerate the frequency of blasts by adding to the pressure. You don't want to use fire or explosive damage against the Feared Redmaw. Using an Ashen Wind Skull, the Ashen Roar, fire bombs, or gunpowder barrels against the beast will fuel the fire for the blast. And don't bother dousing the Feared Redmaw with buckets of water, as it will have no effect. It's only worth doing once for the related commendation. So how hard is it to take down the Feared Redmaw? The Feared Redmaw's difficulty dynamically scales relative to the nearby crews. The scaling considers the number of crews and the pirates on each crew. So, a lone pirate sailing on a sloop can take down the Feared Redmaw as quickly as a fully crewed galleon fighting along other ships. During the fight, you can expect the sloop to receive fewer holes after a bite than the brigantine or galleon. The health of the Feared Redmaw also scales, so a solo pirate on a sloop can use fewer cannonballs than larger crewed ships to take down the giant beast. You should be able to take down the Feared Redmaw with the default supplies stocked on your ship. However, purchasing additional resources for the encounter isn't a bad idea. If you do run out of supplies, keep your eyes on the horizon for barrels of plenty, as they will appear during the fight. It is important to note that the amount of fire from each bite and the damage from the Feared Redmaw's explosive blast do not scale. With that in mind, any crew would be wise to keep a horn of fair winds around during the encounter to combat any flames that may arise. Alright, so what about the loot? Killing the Feared Redmaw will reward you with various ashen treasures. Hopefully, the beast will also relinquish some Feared Redmaw teeth and scales. While not guaranteed, you can find Grisly and Pristine Feared Redmaw teeth and scales amongst the loot pile. The Grisly teeth and scales are much more common than the Pristine, which are worth more. You can sell all of them to the Hunter's Call, Reaper's Bones, and Sovereigns. If you have any questions, comments, or intense stories from battling the Feared Redmaw, be sure to leave a comment below. See you on the sea, pirates!